everybody, what's up? This is Unilateral Everything, episode 6. Yeah, finishing out a deload week at the end of today. Today has been a weird day. I'll admit I'm kind of in a fog right now, primarily because I just closed down a failed event at work, so just trying to host a parent night out and just have a good time, allow some parents to get a break. So this is coming at the end of a 70-hour work week, and kind of had a bummer with work stuff. So yeah, not the way you really want a deload to end, but it happens. That's life, especially life in the sport performance business. So yeah, this week's been a little interesting. Trying to get rested and recovered. Had a lot of coaching going on, a little bit of errands going on, so it's been a busy week. Last weekend I spent a majority of my weekend doing a custom equipment build. I'm building myself a strongman yoke that'll double as a sled and a squat rack, so that's working on finishing that. So I did a little bit of stuff for that this week, but primarily last weekend. This week, nothing really new. All my lifts have been the same. Most of the weights I kept the same just because didn't really feel great this week. So kept most of that the same. One thing I did try this week, just something new and interesting. I saw it on Instagram from Max Shank, who does a lot of movement flow stuff, of adding objects into movement flows. So movement flows are something that I use as part of my warm-up, because if I spend 2 to 3 minutes doing one, I generally start to feel pretty loosened up and can go into some neural prep, anything from med ball throws and box jumps, just trying to get the nervous system firing at a high rate. So I added some odd objects. I'm going to include some clips down below. You can see this. Added a PVC pipe into my movement flow as an object that I can use to kind of toy around with and create some just unique movement patterns and get into some new and weird positions. So that's been kind of interesting and really a lot of fun, honestly. It was just kind of fun to create some of those positions and movements. Looking ahead, week 6 of the plan. So week 1 was max out. Weeks 2 through 5 were the last block that I did, and so I haven't squatted since that first week when I did those maxes. Things are starting to feel good. Still getting some max contractions in my quad, which is what was needed. Olympic lifts feel good. Not necessarily that anything's changed, but they still feel normal, so it means I'm not going down in progress at all from what I can tell. So yeah, finishing out the deload, headed into the next block. So here's what we got going on. Technical focus for the Olympic lifts, going to be using some no hook grip, no foot movement snatches on one day, and then using some no hook grip cleans. Can move the feet, but no hook grip cleans the other day. So the thing with the snatches, having that no hook, challenges a little bit of grip strength and also the amount of extension you can get. There's a little bit of a neural pathway there that allows the body to get a harder extension when it knows the bar is not going to come out of your hands. And so I'll be using that as well as the no foot movement to create a more vertical pull. Something I struggle with is pulling myself vertically under the bar. I have a little bit of a loop. I tend to keep my arms straight, so we're going to be working on that with the no hook, no foot movement snatches. No hook clean is same concept as the no hook snatch. Not worried about as much the vertical pull under. I tend to do pretty well with that, but definitely just that extension portion of the lift and seeing how much I can extend and then get under the bar. So a little bit quicker reaction there. On the unilateral work side, taking out one of the days of single leg deadlifting. Maybe I took out both, I can't remember. I'd have to look what I already wrote at. But subbing out back rack reverse lunges for front rack reverse lunges. So definitely going to build some upper back strength there, and hopefully some good core strength. Subbing out the split squat for a front rack Bulgarian or front rack rear foot elevated split squat, okay, a Bulgarian split squat. So we're going to be doing that in a substitute, and that's going to be from the front rack, so that'll be really interesting. Also going to be having some accessory work that are single leg back extensions and single leg reverse hypers. Trying to up the amount I do those to build some extra glute strength and lower back strength, because part of my knee issues came from the lower back, my pelvis being all out of whack just because of all the single leg jerk and nothing on the other leg. Also, we'll be doing some opposite leg rack jerks. Part of that is to see if I can test my shoulder. When I switched my jerk leg a couple months ago just to toy with it, a suggestion based that Danny Camargo had given me when I was at one of his seminars. So tested it, ended up with some shoulder pain. Now that I've done some work, seeing if it can change that, because I am a little more stable on my right leg forward instead of my normal left leg forward. I tend to plant a little bit better, so we're gonna see if that changes any. Still eating a lot. At one point this week, on a day that I had eaten way too much, had gotten actually up to 91 kilos, but then was back down to the other morning, or other evening actually, was back down to about 88 kilos. So not really sure what happened there. I think it was just bloated and holding a lot of water that day. So that's kind of where we're at nutritionally, weight wise. Looking forward to getting to this next block. I know it's gonna hurt, so that's, I guess, a good thing, I guess a bad thing at the same time. I don't know, I'm excited for it. We'll see. Really looking forward to seeing what the results of this whole program are on performance and just general health, pain management, things like that. So that's where we're at. Thanks for tuning in. If you watched the last one, episode 5, talking about the deload and then max contractions, if you didn't, go back and watch that, because that one was fun. There's no training clips because my GoPro locked me out of my videos for some reason. I had some weird tech issues with that, so I've lost a lot of the videos from the past couple weeks, but hopefully I have some training clips in there this week. So that's where we're at. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to connect, again, we're on Instagram as @LiftTower, and then probably be posting a little bit more about that yoke thing, because I'm really interested in, been having a lot of fun doing a custom build on that squat yoke and strongman yoke, so I'll probably post more of that. Maybe keep tuned. I may do some custom orders down the line for people that want something like that. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week when we see how much I'm dying then. See you later.